Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, entered Capricorn and will be in Capricorn for the whole time of 2020. And if you want to know what that means for you, then definitely stay tuned in this video. So Jupiter is a really interesting planet because, as I mentioned in the introduction, it's the planet of luck, expansion. It makes everything bigger and more brighter and more optimistic and all of that. And we had literally the best time while Jupiter was in Sagittarius for the whole year of 2019, because Sagittarius is the home sign of Jupiter. So naturally, the energy of Jupiter was amplified, and a lot of blessings, new opportunities, growth, and all of that could happen because Jupiter loves to be in Sagittarius. Now, literally on the 2nd of December 2019, Jupiter entered Capricorn, the next sign after Sagittarius. And because Jupiter is moving that way, it will remain in Sagittarius for the whole time of 2020, because Jupiter remains in one sign for one single year, which means that it takes Jupiter up to 12 years to go through all of the zodiac signs. So we will literally see Jupiter in Sagittarius in 12 years. It's gone. Like, we will see Jupiter in its home sign Sagittarius in 12 years again. But what does it mean that Jupiter is now entered Capricorn? Maybe if you are new to astrology or you just heard it on Instagram or somewhere, we have an amazing, well, more or less amazing conjunction between Saturn and Pluto also happening in Capricorn in 2020, actually in January 2020. And that's a really significant date because Pluto, the planet of transformation, and Saturn, planet of structuring, teaching us lessons, they meet, and it can indicate a lot of, transformations and things turning around, things crumbling down, restructuring, and all of that, especially because it's in Capricorn. So how can we take the fact that now Jupiter, the really benefic planet of astrology, is entering the whole party of Saturn and Pluto meeting in Capricorn? What does it mean for us? A lot of people think that Jupiter in Capricorn is not a good placement because, Jupiter doesn't really love to be in Capricorn. If you think of the energy of Saturn, Saturn rules Capricorn. It's restricting, it's putting in the work, it's actually a lot of work, and what Jupiter always indicates is optimism and faith and, going forward and experiencing all the adventures and all of that. But Capricorn is really holding all of this energy back a little bit. Literally, it's restricting that energy, and it's almost pulling that energy out of Jupiter. And obviously, we could think that with all of these things happening in Capricorn anyways, that we are just doomed to have a really shitty year. But I don't see it that way. I literally think that it's such a blessing that we have Jupiter joining the whole Capricorn party, because by the end of 2019, so this year, we have so much freaking going on in Capricorn. We need Jupiter there. We have almost every single planet is freaking in Capricorn. It's literally crazy. And that's why I highly encourage you to look at your Capricorn area in the chart. You will know that this area of your life is freaking highlighted. And from my personal journey, I'm just gonna tell you everything that's happening in Capricorn is happening in my second house, and actually joining my moon placement, my Neptune, my Uranus. So I feel like everything is just combined in my second house right now. And it's definitely not easy, because what the second house is all about, and it's definitely a lesson that I'm learning right now, is all like everything that has to do with how I value myself, my own self-worth, how I nurture myself with the moon there, and so many other things. And it's definitely not easy, but it also showed me, and that will be the case for you as well, in the Capricorn area of your chart. It will show you what's meant to be in your life, and everything that is not meant to be in your life, Saturn and Pluto will take it out of your Capricorn area. Trust me. That's when you experience loss, but all of the loss that you experience is literally yeah, I guess it's just a clearing energy, and I think it's something that we can take in a really, really Sagittarian way, with optimism, with faith that something else, something better will come into our life. And how amazing is it that Jupiter was at the galactic center, the doorway to literally the universe, before it entered Capricorn. So we should have this inner feeling of what new adventures, what new blessings could potentially enter our life, what's out there for us, because we've seen it on the galactic center. And Venus, the planet of love, money, creativity, was with Jupiter on the galactic center, and now both of them entered Capricorn. And it's almost as if these planets now communicate to Saturn and Pluto what we are going to replace everything that has to go with, because Jupiter and Venus, they know what blessings they can bring in this Capricorn area. But before these blessings can manifest into this area, and before Capricorn can act on them, we have to let go of other things in this area as well, which Saturn and Pluto will take care of. And that's the theme how I see this whole transits, and this transits in general, because I think astrology is always a really, really powerful and empowering tool to use to understand what energies are out there in the cosmos, how the universe is actually working with you, how you can co-create with the universe as well. And I think Jupiter entering Capricorn, as I said before, is such a blessing. And I'm a Sagittarius rising, so Jupiter is my chart ruler, and all the transits of Jupiter I definitely feel. And I don't know what it was, but ever since Jupiter entered Capricorn, which is literally now 2 days, but I feel so positive, even though actually I ended a really significant relationship in my life, and it was not the most harmonious ending, and definitely not easy for me, but I feel so good about it. Like, I feel like I've been breaking free in a way, and I feel like I've learned my lesson, and I understand why the universe is presenting that for me in this moment. And I highly encourage you to look in your life, especially the last quarter of 2019. What has been difficult? What people have been difficult? Where have you been challenged? Where have you been maybe even feeling stuck or lonely, or all of these kinds of things, where have you been isolated by the universe so you can learn and understand yourself better, because that's what the Mercury retrograde was all about, right? So can you see how everything literally is combining the energy of helping you to step into your power, step into your magic, step into your purpose in 2020. And I know that for a lot of people it has been so challenging the last quarter of 2019, but I really believe that with Jupiter in Capricorn, we have the opportunity to bring all of the learnings, all of the blessings that we've seen in Sagittarius season into that Capricorn area of our chart, and we can build new structures full of optimism, faith, and full of adventures, even like literally building a new structure that is so positive and that is in alignment with your values, that is in alignment with your magic, that is in alignment with everything that you ever desired. And that's why it's so important to follow these transits to understand which areas have been hit in this year for you. So what's the Capricorn story in your chart? And obviously, if you want to dive deeper into that, I would love to have a reading with you. You can reach out to me on Instagram, or just message me somewhere, email me, whatever you want to do. If you want to dive deeper in your chart, I would love to tell you what your story is all about. If you don't intuitively feel it already, or if you want the confirmation from the universe and from your birth chart, it's so soothing. Because if I would not have known that everything is happening in my second house right now, I would probably go crazy, because money stories came up, relationships ended, people rejecting me, like so many freaking curveballs, and I was like, hell, what is going on? Like, am I so freaking wrong? What's wrong with me as a person? Why do I have to learn all of these lessons? And because I understand the totality of my birth chart and my journey in this life, I understand that this is a really significant time for me to up level, to step into my worth, to pass all of the tests from the universe, and to see them as a blessing and as a sign of what is in alignment with my true essence and what is not. And everything that is not in alignment with my true essence, just got out of my life. And that's what I've been facing the last couple of months, and it's not easy. It's, family stuff, it's relationship stuff, all of these kinds of things, especially with a North Node in the first house. It's all about relationships, how the universe communicates with me and shows me my lessons, right? But it's such a blessing because I can find to myself. And that's the lesson for you as well, no matter where your Capricorn house is, no matter what area Capricorn rules in your house. It's the area that will work with you in 2020, and it already started this year. But with Jupiter there, we can learn that with optimism and faith in this area, we can help Capricorn that might be restrictive, that might be really dry and hardworking. We can help Capricorn to have a little party there as well, because Jupiter knows that there is a higher truth about even the detriments and even the transformations and even the hardships that you are facing in this Capricorn area in your life. But Jupiter will help you, especially right now we also have Venus there, will help you to see the faith in your journey so you can face all of these challenges with the certainty that everything that you've seen that presented itself to you on the galactic center when Jupiter was meeting there with Venus that weekend, 23rd and 24th of November. When they were there and when they were meeting, there was a spark of your desire and a spark of your vision that you have for this life, and you saw that it's possible. But before it's possible, Pluto and Saturn will definitely erase stuff out of your life because you need the room. But trust, and maybe you already feel that inside of you, trust that Venus and Jupiter literally build up and help the Capricorn area in your chart to rebuild itself, to restructure itself, to literally implement the values and implement all of the your own worth, like what you deserve in this lifetime. They will implement all of that in the Capricorn area in your life, and that's how we can even survive this time, because we have an eclipse coming up in Capricorn. Then we have an eclipse in January. I mean, it's literally, the universe is not, not putting us on pause. It's literally not even just the start of a new decade. It's so many freaking energies, and it's literally just a freaking invitation, not even like a slight invitation. It's the biggest invitation that we probably ever experienced before, to up level and to step into our power. And that's why I want you to see that just because Saturn and Pluto and maybe even many other things are happening in your Capricorn ruled house, it doesn't mean that there's also a benefic energy joining the party, so you can be supported, because the universe would never leave you alone with all of these hardships and challenges. You're always supported in some kind of way. You are always supported. And that's what I want you to see by understanding your chart, by understanding astrology. That's, for example, also a reason why Nina Marie and I created this astrology planner with all of the transits explained for you, so you can understand how you can work with them, which areas in your life are affected. And if you want to get a copy of it, you're so welcome. I have all the links in the show notes, so you can get your copy before 2020, so you can work with the universe, understand the transits, even if you're not a pro or an expert in astrology, you're completely new. But also if you are a pro and an expert, it's just so good to have these transits and as an overview and with your chart and all of that, and you can still plan your day and your life, structure your life, which is all what Jupiter in Capricorn is all about, right? And I wish you all the blessings, because you deserve them. You deserve to step in your magic. You deserve to understand the cosmos, because then you also understand yourself. And I think, like, literally for me in my journey and for all of the people that I've worked with so far, it's the biggest blessing that you can ever experience, to understand yourself, to understand what this journey in this life is about for you, what you're here to learn, because then you can focus on it, you can align with it, and that's when you feel so connected and so loved. It's just amazing. That's why, again, like, if you gift yourself with anything or someone else in your life for this Christmas, make it a magical gift, give the birth chart reading or something like that, not just for yourself but also for other people. It's the best thing that you can ever invest in. It's just my conviction, because I know how it feels to understand yourself, especially if you are someone that had to face a lot of challenges in childhood or in life in general. Trust me, it's so soothing, because once you understand your pain, everything makes so much sense. And then you are really, really, truly ready to step in your magic. And Jupiter in Capricorn will help you work on it, and put in the work in the right way, right? That's what we are going to do, because then we build and we put in the work and we experience all of the blessings in 2020, and it will be a freaking amazing decade. And that's what I wish for you, what you deserve. So take it and step in your magic.